I'm stuck inside a zipper, but I won't give up looking for my way out. I am having strange dreams here. Yesterday, it was about me being a host of this Underworld news show, Spooky Midnight Tales. It was so weird. Hello everyone, welcome to Spooky Midnight Tales. Episode 1. Let me tell you how this all began. In the beginning, it was just me and my bro. Just two of us, we were having lots of fun. Got to Area 51 exploring and got caught. But it wasn't bad out there. We met this green guy who we had lots of fun together with. He was hilarious. We ended up playing lots of games. Poker. Hide and seek. We never could find him, but he was really good at poker too. I think he could see through the cards. Anyway. And then we had to separate. My brother was given a preposition to go to Hollywood and become an actor, which he took. And he succeeded. I know you guys enjoyed him a lot. You've seen him in the movies like Scream and Scary Movie. He even told me he got an Oscar once. I don't know. I never met him since. We just talk on Snapchat and Instagram. That's about it. And then it was me and Greenfellow left. And he had to go as well. He started his own radio block. He enjoyed talking to people, well, anybody. He started running the show, interviewing werewolves, zombies, witches, you name it. It was a success. I was happy for him, but I stayed alone. And soon I was given my own opportunity to run this show, Spooky Midnight Tales. Everything happened for the best, and I also enjoy my little cousin, Mr. Scream Jr., who spends time in Transylvania, and I invited him to the show to deliver the news.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and gals. Welcome to the Spooky Midnight News, where we bring you the latest spine-tingling headlines that are so scary, they're funny. Criminal news offer us a bone-chilling story involving a daring heist at the local blood bank. It seems the vampires in town got a little thirsty and decided to take matters into their own fangs. Witnesses say they left a note saying, "Sorry, we needed a pick-me-up before sunrise. Don't worry, we left some plasma popsicles in the freezer." World of Politics takes us to a vampire convention where attendees debated whether drinking blood was too mainstream. The discussion was fantastically heated. Some vampires even started sipping Bloody Mary cocktails instead, trying to blend in with the living. The debate got so intense that they had to vote on it, and the results were neck and neck. The losers had to endure a week of wearing garlic necklaces as a form of vampire penance. That's got to be a real pain in the neck. In the world of education, we've got an incentive from Headless Horseman, who's decided to give up the ghost, well, sort of. He's now offering headless horseback riding lessons. When asked about the experience, one student said, "It's a real head-turner." Next is Fashion Update. Werewolves introduced their first fashion show. Picture this, werewolves from all around town strutting their ferocious stuff on the runway, flaunting the latest in ripped denim and Claude couture. And let me tell you, the audience howled with approval. They had judges giving scores on howling, growling, and the quality of their fur robes. The winner even got a trophy shaped like a full moon. Entertainment news. Have you heard about Chucky, the infamous doll? Well, he's decided to take up a new career in stand-up comedy. He's been practicing his Achilles punchlines, and his catchphrase is "I'm toying with you." So, if you ever attend one of his shows, just remember to laugh or else you might end up in a dollhouse of horrors. And now sports news. It seems our local zombies have caught the sports fever. They've started their own baseball league, and they're a real hit. Literally. The games go into extra innings because no one can outrun a zombie catcher. But hey, they're great at stealing bases, it's just a bit deadly. The weather update. Our local witches have found a new way to predict the weather. They simply stick their broomsticks out the window. If it stays dry, they call it clear skies, and if it gets wet, it's a witch's brew of rain. Just remember, when you see a witch with a broomstick out the window, grab your umbrella and get ready for summer spellbinding showers. That's all the spooky hilarity we have for you tonight, my spooktastic audience. Stay spooky, and stay tuned for more spooky midnight news.
Thank you, Junior. I appreciate the news. It was so exciting. Well, let's get to the next part of the show, which is reading a nice, before midnight, relaxing spooky story.
In a quiet town nestled in the rolling hills, there was an old and peculiar grocery store called Dead End Supermarket that had been operating for generations. It was a store like no other, one that seemed untouched by time, with an atmosphere that sent shivers down the spines and smell down the road. The town's residents spoke in hushed tones about the mysterious manager of the store, a figure known only as Mr. Creepwood. No one knew much about him, except that he had been running the Dead End Supermarket for as long as anyone could remember. His gaunt face and piercing eyes were the stuff of local legends. No one knew where he lived. No one saw where he is headed to after store closes. Frankly, no one can recall ever seeing him leaving the store. One moonless night, a curious young man named David decided to apply for a job at the enigmatic Dead End Supermarket. He had heard the stories, and his curiosity got the better of him. Mr. Creepwood, sitting at the dimly lit manager's desk, greeted David with a cold, calculating smile as he handed him the job application. As days turned into weeks, David realized that working at this dead-end supermarket was unlike any other job he had ever held. The store operated on its own peculiar schedule, with strange customers who always seemed to appear when the clock struck midnight. They would quietly wander the aisles, their eyes glazed over, never speaking a word. David couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly amiss. One evening, as David was restocking shelves in the electronics section, he stumbled upon a hidden door behind a row of dusty TVs. It led to a narrow, dimly lit corridor that seemed to stretch on forever. Against his better judgment, David ventured further into the depths of the dead-end supermarket, compelled by an inexplicable force. As he delved deeper into the labyrinthine passages, David stumbled upon a room that defied all logic. It was a vast, underground chamber filled with towering shelves, each holding row upon row of identical, sealed boxes. These boxes were unlike anything David had ever seen, adorned with strange symbols and markings. Just as he was about to investigate further, he heard a sound behind him, a slow, deliberate clap. Turning around, David found himself face to face with Mr. Creepwood, who was applauding him with a chilling smile. "Ah, young David," Mr. Creepwood crooned, his voice dripping with malice. "You've discovered our little secret, haven't you? Those boxes contain the souls of those who dared to question the operation of this dead-end supermarket." David's heart pounded as he realized the horrifying truth. The strange customers who roamed the aisles were trapped souls, forever bound to the dead-end supermarket by some dark and malevolent force. In a desperate bid for freedom, David lunged at Mr. Creepwood, but the manager's power was greater than he could have imagined. With a wave of his hand, Mr. Creepwood banished David into one of the boxes, sealing it shut with a sinister incantation. As David's consciousness faded, he joined the ranks of the tormented souls imprisoned in the depths of the cursed dead-end supermarket. From that day on, he was just another spectral shopper, wandering the aisles with empty eyes, forever bound to the enigmatic operation of the store. The cursed dead-end supermarket continued to operate with its secrets hidden from the world, and the townsfolk whispered tales of its supernatural manager and the souls trapped within its walls. It served as a chilling reminder that some mysteries were best left unexplored.
Who opened the window? I can hear you. Don't you scare me like this. No, you're not gonna scare me like that. I don't get scared easily. You know who my brother is? What's that laugh? It's creepy, I have to admit. Oh, I know you. Why are you here? I only said good things about you. Oh my God. I woke up soaking in sweat. I am terrified of Chucky since childhood. I was so happy to see that it was just a dream and I am safe and secure inside a zipper. Whew. Tomorrow will be my next video and you will find out that